Dear students, welcome to CBSE Maths World. Today we are going to discuss in the second chapter of the 10th standard. That chapter name is Polynomial. Actually, it is the continuation of the 9th chapter, Polynomials continuation. What is polynomial? Polynomial is an algebraic expression in which powers of each variable is a positive. It is a positive integers. So, if the power is a positive integer, then only it is an polynomial. Example: 2x square plus 3x, it is a polynomial because the power of the x is here 2 and the power of the x is here 1. That's why it is a polynomial. The 2 and 1 are positive integers, so it is a polynomial. What is 2x raised to minus 2 plus 3x? Here x, 3x, what is the power of the x here? Actually nothing here. It means that here it is 1. What is the power of the x here? Minus 2. Minus 2 is a negative integer. That's why it is not a polynomial. Look at the next one. Root 2x plus 3. This root for 2 only. So it is root 2 and x. What is the power of the x here? Power of the x is 1. So 1 is a positive integer. So it is a polynomial. Look at the next one. Root 2x raised to root of 2x. Root of 2x plus 3. Root of 2x means this root is applicable for this 2 and x. So what is the power of x here? The power of the x is root x. Root x means x raised to 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is not a positive integer. That's why it is not a polynomial. So what is a polynomial? Polynomial is an algebraic expression in which powers of the variable is a positive integers. But if it is a positive integer only, we can categorize the polynomial according to its degree. Last year we categorized the polynomial according to number of terms. If only one term monomial, if two term binomial, if three term trinomial. But this year we are categorizing the polynomial according to its degree. If the degree of the polynomial is 1, it is known as linear. If degree is 2, it is known as quadratic. If degree is 3, it is known as cubic. So what is the degree of the polynomial? Next topic of this one is the degree. What is the degree of the polynomial? Highest power of the variable in that polynomial is known as the degree. Highest power of the variable in that polynomial is known as the degree. Look, 2x plus 3. What is the variable here? X is the variable. What is the power of x? Nothing here. It means that 1. So what is the degree of this polynomial? Degree is 1. Degree of the polynomial is 1. If the degree of the polynomial 1, it is known as linear. It is known as linear polynomial. What is linear polynomial? If degree of the polynomial is 1, it is known as linear polynomial. Look here, 2x square plus 3x plus 7. 2x square plus 3x plus 7. What are the variables? X is a variable. What is the power of x here? 2. What is the power of x here? Nothing. It means that 1. So what is the highest power? 2. So what is the degree of the polynomial? 2. That's why degree of the polynomial is 2. It is known as quadratic. It is known as quadratic. If degree of the polynomial is 2, it is known as quadratic. Then look at another example. 5x cube plus 3x square plus 7x plus 8. What is the variable? X is the variable. What is the power of the x? 3. What is here? 2. Here 1. So what is the highest power? 3. So what is the degree of the polynomial? 3. That's why degree of the polynomial is degree equal to 3. If the degree is 3, this type of the polynomials are known as cubic polynomial. This type of the polynomials are known as cubic polynomial. So if the degree is 1, it is known as linear. If degree 2, it is known as quadratic. If degree 3, it is known as cubic. If degree 1, it is known as the linear polynomial. So we have a general formula for writing this type of polynomial. If it is a linear, what is the general formula? Ax plus b. Ax plus b is the general formula for the linear polynomial. If the degree 2, it is known as quadratic. What is the general formula? Ax square plus bx plus c. Ax square plus bx plus c is the general formula for the quadratic polynomial. Once again, if it is linear, the general formula is ax plus b. If it is quadratic, general formula is ax square plus bx plus c. If it is cubic, what is the general formula? Ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. If it is cubic, the general formula is ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. So according to degree, we can categorize the polynomial. If the degree is 1, it is known as linear. If degree 2, quadratic. If degree 3, cubic. These are the example for categorizing the polynomial according to its degree. Next topic is the value of the polynomial and the zero of the polynomial. What is the value of the polynomial? Just to replace the variable and substitute any value for that. So what is that? An entire value of that polynomial, that is known as the value of the polynomial. Example, suppose a polynomial p of x equal to x plus 3. Value of the polynomial is x plus 3. When x equal to 1, what is the value of the polynomial? Then if x equal to 1, we are replacing the x, so it will become the p of 1. What is p of 1? In place of x we want to substitute 1, so 1 plus 3. What is 1 plus 3? 1 plus 3 is 4. So when x equal to 1, the value of the polynomial is 4. Suppose when x equal to 2, when x equal to 2, what we want to find? We want to find, replace the x, so p of x become 2, p of 2 has become to 2 plus 3. What is 2 plus 3? 5. 2 plus 3 is 5. So when x equal to 1, the value is 4. When x equal to 2, the value is 5. So value of the polynomial is depending upon what value we giving as value for that variable. That is known as the value of the polynomial. Next, look, zero of the polynomial. What do you mean the zero of the polynomial? Suppose the question is p of x. We can take the same question, p of x equal to x plus 3. For what value of x, the value of the polynomial becomes to 0. For what value of x, the value of the polynomial becomes as a 0. When x equal to minus 3, that is become p of minus 3. What's p of minus 3? Minus 3 plus 3. We are replacing this x as minus 3. What is minus 3 plus 3? Minus 3 plus 3 is 0. So when the value of the polynomial becomes 0, when we are giving the value of the variable as minus 3. So this, when we got the value of the polynomial as 0, that time the value of the variable is minus 3. So we can say that minus 3 is the 0 of the polynomial. Therefore minus 3 is the 0 of the polynomial. Look, one more example. P of x equal to x minus 2. What is the 0 of this polynomial? How can we find the 0 of the polynomial? For what value of this variable, this entire value of the polynomial becomes 0? X minus 2 is 0. What minus 2 is 0? 2 minus 2 is 0. So what is the value of the x? 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. So we can say that 2 is the 0 of the polynomial. Otherwise, one easy method, substitute this x minus 2 equal to 0, then x equal to, if you bring this minus 2 here, it become plus 2. So we can say that x equal to 2. When x equal to 2, the value of the polynomial becomes 0. So we can say that 2 is the 0 of the polynomial. Two is the 0 of this polynomial. So 0 of the polynomial means the value of that variable that can make the entire value of the polynomial as 0. That value is known as the 0 of the polynomial. Then value of the polynomial, what value we are giving to the variable, just replace and substitute, we will get a one value for that polynomial. That is known as the value of the polynomial. Next is the geometrical meaning of the 0 of the polynomial. What is the 0 of the polynomial? We know that for what value of the x, the entire value of the polynomial becomes 0. That is known as the 0 of the polynomial. What is the geometrical meaning? If we plotting that polynomial in a graph paper, how many places it crosses in the x-axis, that number is known as, that value is known as the 0 of the polynomial. When we are drawing a linear polynomial on a graph paper, definitely it will cross only one place. If you are drawing a quadratic polynomial on a x square plus bx plus c, that's a quadratic polynomial, it will cut like this way. This shape is known as the parabola. Parabola is known as parabola. So according to this, the first exercise, what is the first exercise? Look, the first exercise 2.1 question. Exercise 2.1 question is a very easy question. Now, for board exam, you can expect one question from this part. Look, these are the questions. How many zeros? Look, this first question, how many zeros? This is the horizontal is actually the x-axis and the vertical is actually y-axis. How many places it crosses the x-axis? Only one place. Here only one place. So how many zeros? 1 0. Look, the second question. The horizontal is the x-axis. How many places it crosses in the x-axis? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So how many zeros? 5 zeros. How many zeros? 5 0. So if it is crossing only one place, it is known as the crossing only one place in the x-axis, 1 0. If you have 5 places, 5 0. So suppose look at the next question. How many zeros? This is the x-axis. This line, this parabola, not at all touching a place in the x-axis. So how many zeros? 0 zeros. 0 zeros. So depending how many times it crossing the x-axis, how many times touching the x-axis, that times the number of zeros for this polynomial. This is exercise 2.1 question. It's very easy. That's why I'm not doing in the textbook questions. Okay, this is very easy topics.